Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I am good too. Thank you for asking. Can I just get your name, please, and where you're from?
I'm from Vietnam and my name is Nancy.
Nancy from Vietnam. Okay, Nancy. Well, my name is Mika, and I'm originally from Cape Town, South Africa, but right now I live in Cambodia. So I'm right next to you.
Yes.
Yes.
It's
What?
like really close.
Yes. What city are you in at the moment in Vietnam?
I live in Ho Chi Minh City.
Uh, is Ho Chi Minh City closer to the border of Cambodia?
Well, I don't know. I'm not good at geography.
It's okay. Well, I'm in the capital city, Phnom Penh, in Cambodia, so I'm like in the middle of Cambodia. But yes. So, how's the weather right now in Vietnam?
It's normally hot, but
Mhm.
like it's sunny but rain.
Ah, and the rain's still hot, right? Oh, did you hear the rain? It's still hot.
Yes, it's hot because like in summers, but it also rain a lot.
Okay. Well, for today, Nancy, what would you like to do? Is it something you want to learn? Something you want to talk about? An article? What would you like?
Well, a conversations.
Conversation. Okay. Is that your dog?
Yes, it is.
Who is your dog fighting with?
Well, because it's so naughty, so I has to like put it somewhere, and it's kind of stuck, so it's uncomfortable because it's so naughty. So,
Mm, okay. Is it a puppy? Like a baby dog?
well, if if for me, I think it's a teenage,
How old is it?
probably about 2 years.
Okay. It's still very young.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't you want to don't you want to let him out so you can walk?
Oh, okay. He's quiet now. I think that's
Okay.
fine then. And then, okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe.
It's fine because I had two dogs and they used to cry, except they used to cry for food. So every time you're eating something, they will sit next to you and go, I want food. So I understand. But I'm interested. Are you Christian?
Sorry.
Do you believe in Jesus? Because I see behind you.
Yes, I'm a Catholic.
You're Catholic. Okay. Well, I'm Christian. Do you know what Christians are?
That's kind of like believe in Jesus too, but it's a
Mhm.
little bit different from Catholic.
Yes, that's
Yes,
true.
yes, I know that.
Okay. So, is it normal in Vietnam? Because in Vietnam, the religion is mainly Buddhism, right?
Mm, I think the religion that
Mm.
have the most in Vietnam is Buddhist.
Okay, I see. Well, that's interesting because my family actually, before we came to Cambodia, we wanted to go to Vietnam, but we wanted to go to Da Nang, Da Nang.
Yes.
We wanted to live there, but the Vietnamese government, because America is putting a lot of money in Vietnam for manufacturing and producing a lot of items, Vietnam has made it harder for other people to get a visa.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult for me to get a visa to go to Vietnam, to stay there for a long time. So that's why we decided to come to Cambodia because it's much easier.
Yeah.
Mhm. But yeah, what do you like about Vietnam though?
Well, I like the nature view.
Mhm. Oh.
Yeah.
But you live in the city. Can you still see nature in the city?
No, I live in the suburb.
Okay. So suburbs in Vietnam, are they houses or apartments or what?
There are houses, but I don't see any apartment near where I live.
So apartments are mostly in the city.
Yes.
Okay, it's just like my hometown in Cape Town. Because in Cape Town, all the apartments are there. So living in an apartment is more expensive than living in a house because the houses are all in the suburbs. And
Yeah.
in Cape Town, the houses always have a pool or a big garden. So it's normal.
Yeah.
But, like, for example, in America, it's very expensive to buy a house with a pool and with a garden.
Yeah.
So, what about in Vietnam? Is it normal for people to have pools or not really?
Well, I don't see any pool in the house before,
Hmm.
but my house does have a garden.
Hmm. And does your dog play outside in the garden?
Yes, the dog is in the garden.
Ah, is that where he is now? Okay. I see, I see. All right. Is he by himself? You only have one dog?
Yes, he's by himself.
Hmm. Have you maybe thought of getting another dog, like a playmate?
Maybe just one because the reason that my family have dogs is because the garden sometimes have like mouse running around and it's like destroying things. So we have dogs to chase away the mouse. Or
Okay.
maybe it's barking because it sees the mouse.
That could be. That could be a reason. Because I know in hot climates, like hot weathers, a lot of mice can come, cockroaches, like different bugs. So when we moved to this house, there were a lot of cockroaches. So
Yeah.
because the people before us, they weren't very clean. So we had to, while my mom and my sister cleaned the entire house and everything. They even cleaned the walls, they cleaned up there, they cleaned like everything because it was very, very dirty.
Yeah.
And then last night, my sister and I came back from the shop at like maybe 9 o'clock at night, and
Yeah.
there were two big rats, like this big, running around. I
Oh my god.
don't like it.
Yes, I don't like that too, like mouse and cockroaches.
Mm,
Even though it's smaller than me in size, but I'm still kind of scared but when
mhm.
it's just run around.
Right, because it can run on you, it can bite you, it can give you
Yeah.
diseases, all those kind of things. Okay, but besides your dog, do you have any other pets?
I do have a lot of fish.
Mm, like goldfish, or is it special kind of fish?
Is it's mainly well, I see it's a lot
Mhm,
in like where I live,
mhm.
and it's really small.
Do they have a name? Maybe I can Google it to see what you're talking about.
I'm not sure, but in Vietnam we call
Mhm.
it the rainbow fish. But I have searched in Google on Google once, but it's probably not what I was talking about.
Ah, right, because the rainbow fish, the book comes up. Okay, let me look. Rainbow fish in Vietnam. No, the book is just coming up. Ah, is it maybe this? Let me show you my screen, what I'm looking at.
Yes,
Can you see my screen?
yes, I can.
Is this it?
Well, it's kind of smaller.
Like this one?
Yeah, it's as small as that, but a little bit different. I
Wow.
think
Well,
it's
it's a beautiful fish.
the body of it is like brown, and
Oh.
the tail one could be red or orange, yellow, green, like
Oh.
rainbow.
Mhm. So it changes. It's like it doesn't. That's what's called a rainbow fish in Vietnamese
No,
because it
it's
has.
the
Mm-hmm.
well, one fish have red, the other have orange, and the others more have yellow. Like each
Ah,
fish, yes, each of the fish have different colored tail.
oh, okay. Do you know about this fish? I think it's called fish. Have you seen this? Oh, have you seen these kind of fish?
Yes, I did. Yes, I have. I have.
They are very beautiful, but apparently you have to be very careful with them because they can die very, very quickly.
Yes, they are like the more beautiful, the more you hard to, you
Mhm.
know, pet them.
Yes. I think you can also use that in life. The more beautiful something is, the more attention it needs, I think. But Nancy, I want to know, how old are you at the moment, if you don't mind me
Um,
asking?
I am 12 years old.
Okay, so you're definitely still in school, right?
Sorry?
You're in school, but right now, isn't it school time?
Yes, I am like studying school,
Mhm.
but today I stay home because it's like for some student to do the test,
Ah,
final exam because it's nearly summer.
oh, right. Okay, so you're staying at home to study for your final exam?
No, I already done my final exam.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, I done it last week, but there are some students they might be like get sick. So today is the day they go to do the exam. Mm,
Right. And because then
yeah,
you already did the exam, you don't need to go to school.
yes.
Okay. And when is summer holiday?
But I have to go to school tomorrow.
Ah, when is it the end? When is the end of this term or quarter?
And then end of this week, I
Hmm.
will have summer vacation.
Okay, so you only have 4 more days to go.
Yes.
And then you're on summer vacation for 3 months, 2 months? How long?
2 months.
2 months. What are you going to do in 2 months?
Well, I'm going to go to other place,
Mhm.
like going travel.
In Vietnam or different country?
Well, my family plan to go to Singapore in
Mhm.
July.
Ah, okay. I
Yes.
see. Singapore is it's quite close. Right.
Yeah, it's kind of close. Well, it's in Asia.
Hmm. Yes, it's a very tiny place. I know.
Yes.
Mhm. My mom, I think, no, my mom went to Malaysia, not to Singapore. But my mom said Malaysia is the hottest country she's ever felt because she said you just walk outside for not even 1 minute and your body is just wet because of sweat. So I don't know if I want to go to Malaysia or Singapore because I like cold weather. I like the
Oh,
snow. I like the wind. I like the rain. I love the sun because God created it, but it's not my best friend. So,
if it's like the light sun, then I think it's good.
mhm. But if it's like too much sun, I
Yeah.
feel a bit uncomfortable, I think. Mhm. But sun is good. We need vitamin D. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Mhm.
well, I think in Vietnam, like the temperature is not really different from Singapore or Malaysia. But if you want to go to a cooler place,
Mhm.
then you could go to Da Nang, yes,
Right.
or the left. Like the weather is like cool and I think it's perfect.
Right, because Da Nang is by the ocean. So you get a lot of the ocean breeze and things like that. That's why
Yeah,
we wanted to live there because it reminds us of Cape Town. It's very similar to my country, the weather and the people and things like that. And
yeah,
also, I really like pho. So I was looking very forward to moving to Vietnam, but unfortunately, but I can eat a lot of pho in Cambodia because there are Vietnamese people that come to Cambodia to make business.
Yeah.
So, because it's very close. But I want to know what temperature it is because right now, wow, in my country, it is 33 degrees,
Yeah.
but it feels like 40.
Well,
What?
in my country it's about 30, 31 too. Like,
Oh, the weather is just too hot.
yes.
So when you want to cool down, or does your family go to a colder country, or how do you guys deal with the heat?
Well, maybe use the AC, like,
Hmm.
yes, or the fan.
Ah, but is electricity, if you don't mind me asking, how is electricity in Vietnam? Is electricity cheap or is it expensive or?
Well, it depends on how much you use it.
That's true. Okay. Because in Cambodia, you can use US dollars. So you have to pay for everything in US dollars here. So they can make you pay $100, $50, and you have to pay it. But yes. Did you ever think of coming to Cambodia? You and your family?
No, I never go to any country outside Vietnam before. This is my first time.
Ah, okay. So what are you looking forward to then?
Sorry.
What are you looking forward to?
Like,
Do you know what that means?
well, but I'm not really like understand what you're like asking about.
I will say it again, don't worry. When someone says, what are you looking forward to? It means in the future, what are you eager to do? What are you going to do? What are you happy to do?
Yes, I understand, but I don't know. Like you asking about what am I looking forward to do in Singapore or like
Ah,
on
in
go to other
Singapore.
countries. Oh,
In
in
Singapore.
Singapore. Well, go there to like see what other countries look like and their cultures. And I also, well, my dad wanted to take me to a country that could speak English, so I
Mm,
could practice my English.
yes. Ah, you will notice then, Nancy, that Singapore, their English is very different from like American English or British English because their accent is. I can tell when someone's from Singapore, I can hear their accent and I know, you're from Singapore. Also, a lot of people in Singapore, they mix English and Chinese.
Well, yeah, well, 50% of them like speak English, the others not
Mm.
really.
Okay, well, no, I think you'll be fine though.
Yeah.
You'll be a lot of people, like you said, 50% is a lot of people of the country, so they can speak English. But if you could choose to go to a different country, which country would you really like to visit?
I would like to go to Japan because I like the view there. I like the cherry blossoms.
Mhm.
I also like sushi, the food,
Mm,
and go to Disneyland in Japan.
right. I agree with you. Japan is on my bucket list. I really want to go there. You know, I always say, oh, I want to go to Japan, but then when I go to a country, I go to South Korea and I don't go to Japan because I really like South Korea too.
Yes.
One day I would like to live there because I can speak the language. I'm like a intermediate, so I can speak Korean intermediately. And then I'm learning Japanese because I have a lot of Japanese friends and I want to visit them. But do you know that in Japanese they have three alphabets?
No.
Yep. They have one alphabet that's for Japanese words. Then they have one alphabet for English words, foreign words. And then they have another alphabet where they use Chinese characters. So you have to learn three alphabets if you
Wow,
want
that's
to.
a little bit hard.
It is. which is why I'm still on the first alphabet. It's very difficult to do, but it's fun, so it's okay. But what
Yeah.
about Vietnamese? Because in Vietnamese, you use English alphabet, but it's differently written. Is Vietnamese hard to learn?
Yes, I heard a lot of people said Vietnamese is actually harder than a lot of other
Mm.
language.
Mhm. Wow. Is it so in the sentence, like in English, we use subject, verb, object. In Vietnamese, do you also do subject, verb, object, or how do you do it?
Yeah, I think it's the same as when we
Ah.
say the sentence.
Mhm. Although I think the accent, not accent, sorry, pronunciation of certain words are not common in English. So maybe it's hard. Mm. And also, I have a question. Why is most people's last name in Vietnam Nguyen?
To Vietnamese, like in Vietnamese, we usually have, well, it's usually, usually call it the first name instead of the last
Ah,
name. The last name is actually the first name to foreigner.
so you switch it around, like Korean or Japanese.
Yeah, it's kind of switching.
Okay. But because my friend, when I was in university, his surname was also Wen, but his name was Bao. But
Yeah,
Wen came first and then Bao.
yeah.
Ah, okay. I don't know. He was Vietnamese, but I don't know. I think he spoke Vietnamese because I think his family moved to America. But
Yeah.
talking about moving, if you could live in a different country, let's say I gave you a ticket and enough money to live in a country for 1 year. Would you choose Japan or would you want to live in a different country?
Hmm. When I live, then I would probably live in Australia because
Mm.
in Australia there are like some relative, and if I
Ah,
don't know anything, then I could
hmm.
ask them.
Okay. So some of your relatives moved from Vietnam to Australia.
Well, it's there are my grandpa
Mm.
brothers. Yeah,
Ah,
in my grandpa family there are four brothers
mm,
and one sister, but the three younger brothers,
mm,
like they all live in Australia,
ah,
and then
mm,
they give they give birth
mm.
to my uncles and aunt and aunts, like
Ah,
my dad cousins.
mhm.
Yeah,
Okay, I see. Wow. So you would want to go visit them.
yeah. So if I don't know anything in
Mm.
Australia, then I still could ask them.
Right, that's nice to always know someone in a foreign country. I think it's good. Mm. But what do you normally do? For example, when you don't have schoolwork and you have relaxation time, what do you normally do with your time?
I like to listen to music, drawings,
Mhm.
and singing.
Oh, do you know this song? It's called Softcore by The Neighborhood. Hold on, this is one of my favorite songs at the moment. Yeah. Have you heard about it?
No, I don't. I don't think so.
Okay. What kind of music then do you normally listen to?
I usually listen to English music.
So it doesn't matter what genre. It can be rock, can be pop, classical, as long as it's English.
Yes,
Hmm.
but mostly pop.
Okay, well, I recommended you one song. Could you recommend to me one song, please? That maybe that's your favorite song at the moment to listen to that I can listen to.
Um, 1,000 years.
the isn't that the old 1,000 years? I know I've seen it before. Uh, isn't that the Twilight song?
Well, the singer is Christina Perry.
Christina. Is it? It goes dun 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 dun, dun something like
Yeah.
that. Ah, okay. I think I downloaded. No, I didn't download it in my music, but I know of that. Oh, okay. So you like that kind of songs? Do you know Fuji Kaze?
No.
Okay, he's a Japanese singer. I'm going to recommend you foreign songs because I think it's good to know some. It's called Shinanaga. Give me a second. Sorry. Eh, Shinu Iwa, which means I'd rather die. It's not a nice title, but it's his famous song. It got famous on TikTok. Are you on TikTok?
Well, I'm not allowed to because my dad said like I should like focus and study and do
Mhm.
something else instead of just watching on phone.
I agree with your dad. TikTok takes a lot of your time. I want you to. Wait, you can look at these two songs. There's no bad words in them. I think. No, I'm pretty sure there's no bad words in them. So it's okay to listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but I will listen to 1,000 years again because I forgot about that song. I think it's a very beautiful song. But I
Yeah.
also agree with your dad again because TikTok, it's TikTok like the clock because sometimes I'm scrolling and then 2 hours later I realize I'm still scrolling on TikTok. So it's not very good. But
Well,
mhm,
when you like just watching TikToks or something like that,
mhm.
just the the time when you stop is when your phone is out of battery.
Right, that's true. Or when my phone gets too hot and I can feel it, then I'm like, oh, okay, I've been on here for too long, and then I go off. But it does waste a lot of your time. So I agree with your dad. Focus on
Yeah.
something, and then you can, when it's maybe holiday or relaxation time, then you can do TikTok or something, I think. But is TikTok Vietnam?
Yes, it is. A lot of people in Vietnam use it, especially teenager.
Ah, right. To make videos or to watch videos?
Make and watch too.
I see. But what about like YouTube? Do you follow any YouTubers or what do you do with your time like on media?
Hmm. Well, I do watch some things on YouTube,
Mhm.
but for my dad to be safe, he let me watch YouTube Kid.
Ah, okay. Well, YouTube Kids, that means you can still watch can you only watch children programs or can you watch other people's YouTubes?
I could, well, sometimes I could see some of my favorite YouTubers on it
Mhm.
too. So it's fine.
Ah,
I usually watch probably my story animated because I love animated.
ah. Is that something you would like to do in the future? Do you like drawing or painting?
Yes, I like drawing, painting, do art, and create things.
Mhm. Ah. So
I
you, mhm.
also, yeah, I also been studying information technology, like create games and videos.
Okay, so do you think when you're bigger and you can go to university, you're going to do IT or computer science or?
Probably not. I don't really like it, but because I think it's fun and
Mhm.
it may be useful in the future. So my dad let me study it. He teach
Mhm.
me it too because before his job was
Mhm.
IT.
Okay. Also, Nancy, our time is done, But it was so nice talking to you today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, okay? And enjoy
Yeah.
your holiday. Okay.
Yes.